So you can see, I've literally just turned the Xbox on. Yeah. You see, I've not turned it on. You can see it's a quick resume and all that. Yeah. So watch me go into Mortal Kombat. Watch me start playing, and then what I'm gonna find is the internet is all of a sudden bugging out. My pings are going up and down randomly. I'm unable to block, unable to press back forward for any character in the game. Press back forward, anything. Anybody that plays the game, you know that multiple characters, back forward A, back forward B, back forward X, back forward Y, back forward Z, anything like fucking that. And just watch them not work or watch me have to fucking complain about it. So you can clearly see I'm not playing the game on all day. You know what I mean? Because it has a quick resume settings. I've got to sign into it. I've got to sign into it and all that. So you obviously know that I definitely weren't playing the game. So let's go. Let's go. Lita. Oh yeah. So you can see I wasn't playing the game. The game just start back a quick resume where I got pissed off and left the game the last time. And I could just go straight into showing the stuff, but I can't be asked. When it happens, I'll go back and show the recordings because they should be saved unless these guys have come into my house, deleted them, or they've hacked my device and deleted them. But one way or the other, if you're under surveillance, the government has your password. I don't know how. I don't know how that applies and works with the community, or an investigation or a communication warrant. I don't exactly know how they work that out with your password, but they would have my password to because I've got obviously assigned into my Xbox stuff like that, so I've got to put passwords in there to sign in and blah blah blah. I don't know how it works when they just get your passwords in it because if they got cameras in your house and shit like that, they'll see what you're pressing on your fucking screen, innit? They got that shit that can see what you're typing out on your phone and stuff like that. So they'll have your bank passwords, they'll have all these fucking passwords. And I don't think it's meant to be, they're meant to have it. I don't think they're meant to know that. I don't think I was meant to know that either. But guess we all know things that we fucking shouldn't, innit? So I spent 19 million days trying to fight this fucking, I don't know if it was a bot or a person. Well, I beat him a few times. I did beat him a few times, to be fair. But I realized I had to fight too hard to beat the guy again, man. I don't think that was necessary. Shrine total customers coming. Is what's in store and see if we can find anything good in store. I'm waiting for the new season. I don't know when it starts. I hope this is the new season. 4 days to go. I don't like them ones that they give us. So I go into I want this one to go on. I'm being ranked matches and earn seasonal rewards. Change team, view leader, bro. Rank rewards. So I'm only at the apprentice. Because to be honest, I play FIFA more, but it pisses me off like because they keep fucking with my they keep fucking with my shit. So I'm pretty much just getting spanked all the time. Yeah. So is this what you get for the first one? Tier 2 or tier 3 rewards? So you can see I'm only at tier 1 for the end of the season, 4 days. I get Imperial Tournament Blade, Combat Obscura. I get some of them little Tifo things. Zatarian cutters. He's up for Scorpion. It might be Kitana, isn't it? There's Zatarian cutter. Yeah, it looks like Kitana shit. You get all the tifos and stuff like that. So, yeah. Yeah. So I was watching my pings go up to 70, 80, 90. And obviously it's a fighting game, so you're 10 seconds behind the opponent before he's already punched 19 times before one of your buttons is registered. Because every time you change button, it restarts the clock of when the delay of the MS is going to kick it, make effect in. So 54 pins, yeah. So this guy's won 79 games, lost 100. I've lost 121. I can't even try out like new players and shit like that because the fucking situation, yeah. I kick it off with him. I'm gonna do. Where's on fire? Let's go to the jungle. Blocks too much. This guy blocks a lot. You figured it out. So you can see my ping just going up all the time, which is delaying the fighting. Just figured it out. Uh, I just do that all day because it's just gonna block all the time. He's trying to be aggressive now in his office. How did I miss it there? I don't really know. Yeah, okay. I know what to do with it. Come on. Why? Why? No. It's funny. He's not very good at this, no. Black speed. Finally got me in there. That's what he's been waiting for the whole time. That's what he was. That's what he was hunting for the whole time. Innit? Obviously smart. Innit? Come on. Yeah. This is a problem now. Get out of that. 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 He's got it. That's why he's been hunting for the whole time. Innit? So, you can see I'm gone up to 100. Fucking on two pings, 95, 89. Because that's what they want, isn't it? Anytime these opponents catch me into like a combo, they bring my pings up high so you can't get, what I call it a combo breaker. I don't know what anybody else calls it, but basically it's when you stop the combo, isn't it? You can't if your pings are too high, you won't be able to do it. That's what they want. Every time they catch me into them little sequences, they turn my finger extremely high. Because all you have to do is spam a button, innit? And spam like LB, RB, and any one of them hit buttons, and then knock him out of it, innit? Because as soon as they mistime one of it, it will just knock him out of the situation. So obviously, if they turn up my MS, obviously. it turns up the latency in it. And if your latency is turned up, then if you got high latency, exactly late, it means everything's fucking delayed. Innit? So even if that person makes a mistake, by the time the game registers your that hit that you're trying to put in, he's able to carry on until his heart desires or gives fucking out, innit? It's all a scam, isn't it, man? And I play FIFA, things are on 60, but for some reason when I come into this, it's 100 and fucking two, bro. Because it's the only way they can slow me down, and that's what they're always trying to do. They're always trying to slow me down for some odd reason. They're always trying. That's the problem with some people. And some countries they want to stop some countries from building weapons because guess what? They can't beat them if they have them weapons. Like so, me, it's just how they are, isn't it? Like they always want to stop everybody else, putting sanctions on everybody else to stop them from doing stuff. You know? So it's just how they are, isn't it? Because the general idea I have realized they are actually coward men, innit? They don't want a fair fight, or they don't want you to have advantages. So they'll just set you up and label you as a hostile. Innit? So you have countries like fucking, I guess some certain Middle Eastern countries, Russia. All these countries get sanctioned all the fucking time. Innit? And the reason why they sanction them all the time is to ensure that they can't match them blow for blow. You get me? Innit? That's why they do things, innit? They can't. They know in a fist to fist situation, they ain't gonna win that blood. Like they know that. Innit? So certain hostile countries they do shit like that to them, innit? Sanction them, stop them from building nuclear power, and it's because they don't want an even fight. Innit? They want to try and push the I guess the handicap in their favor all the time. I mean, I know exactly what you man are like. But like I say, I don't live in fucking Iran. Bro. I don't live in Russia. You get, I live in England. So if you live here, you got to be told why, innit? So if I can't get it the legal way, I'm gonna get it the violent way. Bro. I hit one of you man in the face, innit? And force the court, and then go and sit in that courtroom and listen to you people try have me what's the word? Have me thrown out of the court so I don't hear the evidence. Cause if you man want to play it dirty, I'll just throw the dirty game, innit? I don't care, you do it. I'm not like the other people you come up against. Me. Look, 100, 107 things, but I don't want to play that fight. England is a nasty place. But I wonder why people hate some of you, man. Like, it's really a joke. And the time I want a fair fight, you get me? Innit? If I'm just faster than you, so fucking what, bro? Find a way around it, innit? Don't sabotage me, innit? These are the type of men like if you went to if you're gonna face England at the Olympics, then man we come and soak the lane that you're running in with fucking sugar and glue your clots in one place. These are the type of guys you're facing, innit? I mean, nah, these literally are the type of men you're facing. I mean, you know what I mean? You used to watch them cartoons and they used to glue people to the seats so they couldn't run. Bugs Bunny would have a race or some shit like that. And Elmer Fudd is like trying to shoot him instead of chasing him. And these are the type of guys they are. You see it in cartoons, it's a very true thing. So let's watch this with Havoc, yeah? Havoc's got back forward X. Havoc's got back forward X as a skill move. Let's watch it. I'm gonna have to press back forward X 90 million times for it to work. Well, these guys will salt the earth so your food don't grow. That's the history of them, innit? That's how they've been. They've always been like that. They think I don't know them things about them. I know many things. They've never tried to develop themselves as people to challenge an individual. What they do, I don't know how he got through that. I blocked him, so I don't understand. This guy. See what I'm saying? I'm just trying to borrow back forward white blood. Back forward white. I'm just trying to borrow blood. Oh my days. I said these guys, they are the man who sorted the earth of many nations to force the people to starve. Because guess what? They starve, they can't fight, innit? If they're hungry people can't fight, innit? And they still think it is okay to do, innit? They, they spend ridiculous money on the United Nations and look, I can't get the fucking thing to borrow, but they spend ridiculous money on the United Nations and when they're in the European Union. Is because they do things like that, and guess what? They want them people to look past it, innit? They want them people to look past it, so they spend ridiculous money to get them to do so. Innit? This kid is good as this kid is good as smart, you know. I should get him first. Yeah. So they used to spend ridiculous money on the European Union so they could control it and do nasty things, and the people wouldn't say anything innit? Because they're not their history. Go through their history, they've done some horrible stuff, and they always try to weaken the enemy, and so they can be the ones who are brutal. It's just that it's not their nature. It's something that they justified to be okay. Innit? But when somebody cheats, it's an admission that they know that they're not good enough to do what they're doing. Innit? I should jump kick him. I should get him. Yeah, but that's the nature of them. Innit? They've always done stuff like that. If you go through history, why is that place? You know. Well, like I said, they're sabotagers. That's what they've always done. They always try to get you to fuck up your shit. You know? Or if they can't force you to fuck it up, they fuck it up for you. But they're masters at sabotage. You know, nothing else. When you watch Modern Warfare, like that's all Modern Warfare basically is mainly sabotaging people. You know? And I don't really give a fuck, yeah. I mean, 'cause it never affected me, so there was no reason to say anything or care, innit? But now they're affecting me without telling me fairly why, because obviously they can't say. Yeah, it's just so obvious they can't say it. They can't say why for numerous reasons. Because I'm not a dictator. I don't own a military. I'm not a president of a country. I'm just a regular nigga. You get me? You know? But they have somehow created some reason in their heads that justified it, innit? But I don't think they need much justification because that's just their nature, innit? I don't think they need to justify it, innit? Like, a country that is so sabotaged, it won't have any mental effect on the people there. But if you're sabotaging one man without explanation, then it will affect them, innit? I do like Rico, and I'm not trying to use him. This season, I'm not very good. Jump away. They think I don't know them. I more than know them. I say it was never my business what they do to others. When somebody starts doing something for you, if you can't catch them, what are you meant to do? Sit there in silence? Who are you trying to prove that you're strong to? Who are you trying to impress? You get me? You're not impressed trying to impress nobody, bro. It's my life, isn't it? I do like everything. You should have you should have been able to put anyone together. Innit? Rico, and Havoc together would be a mess with. Beat the shit out of that. That's nice. Okay. What? What? Wait. Hit him first. God. I'm not trying to use Rico. I've only used him in the story mode. I think he's very good. No, I'm trying to figure out which one was more better, innit? Havoc or Rico. Coming back. He's gonna be he's alright. No. Come here. Got him on shit. This is gonna hit me. Alright. Actually, I like this fight. It's a good one. Yeah, obviously Rico has got less um, full screen ability. Technically, yeah, he's got them throwing stars in it, but I've got more. I've got like I guess more distance over him. I say like so I can't trust them, and they're not people I believe I should trust them. And, I know pure shit about the history. These are the type of guys that do that. You're on a running pitch. They're gonna sneak into the Olympics, fucking controllers, and figure out what lane you're going to be fucking running into tomorrow, and then they're gonna do something to the fucking ground that you are running into. And guess what? Nobody's gonna notice what they're doing. They've somehow worked out some method, bro, of doing shit that people don't notice. I used to play like football on a Saturday for this team in Burnage, and like I bought these Adidas boots. I realized because they were blades, I realized I played with them and I bought them. They were fine. Like on a Saturday, I'd go to games, and my boots would just be gathering up all this mud. Like mud was just caked on it all the time, and I couldn't work out why. Bro. And at the time, I had no idea. But you eventually work it out, innit, what's going on there. Innit? Should I go with Asher? No, I'll go with Johnny Cage. Hmm. Yeah, I couldn't work out why that was happening to me. And I clean my boots off like half time, and he just gathers up like I'm talking a cake, a thick cake of mud, like, where I can feel the weight of the mud. It would make my legs so tired. What's it called? Lactic acid. Yeah, it would build up so much lactic acid because of extra weight on my foot. And obviously, it slows you down, doesn't it? And I started to realize that's what their main thing is always about. That's what their tactic is based on, slowing me down for some odd reason. They think I'm too fast. I mean, they're not going to slow down Messi. I mean, they're not going to slow him down. They weren't slowing down Ryan Giggs. They weren't slowing down none of these type of guys. And we have to what else? Why? Innit? Mm. They weren't slowing down. I said, they weren't slowing down Messi. Innit? They're not slowing down. They weren't slowing down Ryan Giggs. But they're constantly trying to slow me down. But yeah, I mean, they're constantly trying to slow me down. And I've realized over the years that's been the main. That's the target move. Innit? They're always making me feel ill, feel sick, making everything dead heavy for me. You can see my pings are shooting up all the time. Innit? Like you see, they're always trying to slow me down. And I couldn't figure out why, or what they were doing, but I obviously realized. I said every game, I was the best player in the league that I was in. Obviously, there was like four different teams, yeah. But I was the best player in the team that I was in and the league itself. Innit? And for some reason, they didn't like that. Innit? Like they did, obviously, whatever. You never know what they're willing to do, innit? I mean, should kick him. I mean, they're always trying to slow me down for some weird reason. Like I said, I don't see them slowing down. What's he called? What's he called? Andy Murray. Is that what he's called? Whatever that British tennis player is called, Roger Federer, whatever the fuck he's called. I don't see them slowing down the swimmer boy Tom Daly or whatever it's called. I mean, I don't see them slowing down Ryan Giggs. I don't see them slowing down any of these type of players. Bro. So everything in this world that I could do, sporting, anything that basically has to do athletic, they slow me down. Yeah. Anything that has to do with anything athletic, they slow me down. And I don't think they're opposed to making you feel sick and nauseous. You know what I mean? I don't think they're opposed to where am I gonna go, how am I gonna go and prove that. I don't think they're opposed to slow me down. But yeah, like, I used to remember that. Like, my legs used to be fucking so tired. Like, cause yeah, I've got extra weight. It's like you're running around with sandbags on your feet. Play. And I still was better than them anyway. Even with that, horrible people. And this is I'm talking. We're going back as far as 2011. Yeah, it's far back. I'd look at everyone else's boot print and that. I realize it's only mine that's gathering all this weird mud on it and that. I obviously don't know why that was, but obviously nobody else's shoes does that. Innit? It was like a thick cake layer of mud that was consistently gathered around the shoes. No matter how much I fucking clean it off. So the motive of a render is to slow me down that way. Innit? The motive is to slow me down. So obviously, fighting games is based on pace. It's mainly based on pace, not even ability. So obviously you can see why they're doing that to the things, innit? That page is pretty good, but not exciting. I'm excited by it, but I'll go with going Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero. I'll go Scorpion. Let's see what's Sunny we got. Mm, yeah, I missed it then. Very shit with scopes. Oh my god. Oh shit, you can go up in the air as well. Let's look at scorpion and combo. Oh yeah, man. That's what they used to do, innit? It took me ages to make the connection, innit? Got me nothing screwed. No! That's really. He's not very good. I got him all the way back there. I can't use scorpions for some reason. I find it hard to use them nowadays. Get with the arrow. I got me too close. Get away from him now. Yeah. Okay. Mm, need to get out of that situation. I can never get that easy fatality. Reporting for duty, sir. That's it. Console human. Oh no, I like that. Well, I believe in a fair fight. But whatever advantage a man has, I go and find my own advantage. That's just how I see it. Yeah, it's good. What a good Asher. I can't find it, can she? The guy can smoke. I'll go for it. Blue gun. How do you change Blue King's kit? That's random select. Oh, come on. Um, Mm. Yeah, man, that's what they've been doing for years, and it never really dawned on me what was going on. But I never try and stop them, and I'll either try and use what is best for me. I never try to stop what is best for the next person. Okay, human must live a depressive life, constantly go around trying to figure out what makes somebody else good enough. I'm simply faster than most people. It's just a fact. Things went up to fucking 557 a minute ago. While I was fighting, I fucking saw it, but it went up to 500 and fucking 57. Obviously, this kid's not very good. I like people like that, innit? Because that's the reason why I am the way I am, because I never give up. Like, I already know that somebody is better than me in a situation. And I go and learn. Like, when we was younger, there was this guy called Lando, yeah? Ryan. I was a close friend to me and that, innit? Or that's what I believe, whatever is the case there, innit? A very close friend. My guy, like, we used to play Marta and running. He was faster than me at running. And technically, he's a faster Mortal Kombat player than me, believe it or not. He was faster than me. But I don't know how he is now, but I don't know how he is now. But he was way quicker than me. But obviously, I could play football better and I'm more athletic than him and certain shit. I never hated on the guy for what he could do. He knows that basically I like challenges like that, innit? If I admitted it, if I admitted to myself, he was much quicker than me, innit? Yeah, he was much quicker than me as kids. But like, we used to have like so many of us in a house, in my house, and that. Like, 'cause the thing is, everybody has family. I don't even know how to explain it. No, everybody has family used to like, I guess, be at home all the time. Man. I was the only one who was willing to have everybody around, didn't like, and get in trouble at the end of it all. Didn't I was okay. I always got in trouble, like, but it didn't mean nothing to me. Innit? I'd rather enjoy myself and get in trouble after. Innit? It's just how I am. Innit? But I say, innit, like, so we used to have so many people in the house, like, fucking around every day. Innit? Orlando was way quicker than me, bro. Way quicker. And I had to learn, like, play. I'm talking about. I probably hit millions a game. He was like, you're not gonna stop. I was like, nah, I'm not stopping till I beat. And eventually, I got as quick as him. Innit? Till it was actually like, till it actually turned out to be like some very good fights again. Everyone used to sit and watch us all the time. Like, it was just who was quicker like that. We rarely blocked, rarely did shit like that. It's just who could outsmart who, and who was quicker, you know. Like, that's how I am, brother. So obviously, I'm gonna despise it, innit? Because I'm the complete opposite. You get me? If you're better than me at something, bro, and I like doing it, then fuck it, yeah. I'm gonna play you a million times, but eventually I work out my own way. I'm gaining my advantage over the situation. Eventually, I work it out. Obviously, people, how society is now, people got lazy, you know. People don't want to work shit out for themselves. And people just want it the easy way, you know. I've got to get out of it. I knew he was gonna do that. Yeah. And that's how I am. So instead of I'll fight people like that, and instead of just crying about it, I'll just fight and fight until eventually I have to work it out. Innit? So I've developed me being like that was developed. I wasn't born like that. Yeah, it's tedious and it's time consuming, innit? But eventually you get there, innit? Yeah, you're gonna do this a couple of times. So I've got to come with that. Yeah. It is tedious and time consuming. But it works for me, innit? Eventually I work it out, innit? Obviously, not every situation is gonna make sense to go about it like that, innit? But it will eventually, anything that's non-lethal, will eventually work it out, innit? But some man not like that. Some man just want, like, whatever, quick victory, fast lane, whatever you want to call it. Uh, well, patiently get there in the end, innit? And I think it feels better at that point to me. Innit? Alright, you're gonna do it a third time. He's looking for it again. Sweep his legs, guard him. Eventually, you work things out. Yeah. That's how I see it. Innit? And not many people out there quicker than me. Just very sure of it. Orlando rapidly. And I'm trying to figure out if it was actually that he was faster or that his brains was more used to the game. It could arguably be one of them, innit? But he could run faster than me as well. And I thought at my age, like we all used to just running because we lived like on an oval street, innit? So obviously it makes sense like running and all that. Innit? Live like on an oval street, just like a track and field track would be. That's how the street and the community was. So we'd always race, innit? But at my age, like he was the only one that was faster than me, innit? I never got to beat him in a foot race. Because by the time we got to an age where I probably could have, I can't remember, like he probably moved away or some shit like that. Well, growing up as kids, he was much faster than me. Much naturally, he was quicker than me. Well, I was better at athletics and that. We never tried to sabotage each other. We're not trying to fucking grate at each other's bottom of our feet so we slipped and shit like weird shit like that. We didn't do things like that. So it's naturally for me for to dislike that because it's just not how I am. Innit? Uh, me and him, like, I guess when we were younger, we enjoyed the competition. Innit? That's how you get better at life is to compete, innit? You know what I mean? Eventually, I started to beat him on Mortal Kombat. And that. Like, obviously, he still had the advantage because he was naturally quicker. Obviously, I got older, innit? This guy definitely can't manage Baraka. Baraka is actually my favorite player in the game. It's outrageous. Too close to. So you can see somebody being used to being very quick and having my mind and my body, my fingers. Because what do you call it? Coordination, innit? Or cognitive skill, innit? I'm used to my brain and my fucking body moving like together, innit? So you can see when my brain's trying to do something very quick and my arms aren't working. You can see how it would make you want to cry, yeah? I can realize these men are studying hard. Obviously, I'm allowing him to fight. He can't manage Baraka. Yeah, now you see 200 odd things. Yeah, you got it, man. You got it, man. So you can see I went up to 800 fucking ms per minute. Like you can see somebody who's used to doing something. It's like it fucks with your head, innit? Because if you're somebody that if your cognitive skill is that quick and you're used to your brain and arms working at that pace, if something is stopping you from doing it, it's gonna be horrible, isn't it? It's gonna frustrate you. Innit? Get him. It's gonna frustrate you, and they obviously sat there doing it the whole time, knowing what they were doing. Not really much. Because they could just fight like this. I just don't want to fight like no, I can't believe I missed it. And obviously, I understand how he plays. I could beat it. far away from me. Good right. It's up to you, lad, innit? Yeah, man. Um, at the end of the day, I can't rate that, innit? I just refuse to respect that because I wouldn't do it, so you can't respect something you would do. I don't think it has nothing to do with morality on that standpoint. It's just like, where does it end? You get me in it? Like, you can't go through life never expecting to lose. You get me? It just doesn't make sense. And I reckon you have other people out there that are like me that would rather like do the hard work, innit? You know what I mean, if you don't want to do the hard work, use your brain, innit? You know what I mean? You're playing a football match, the team's better than you. Use your fucking brain, innit? And figure a way to beat the team, innit? Listen, these men stood no chance in the grand scheme of things because my natural behavior was the, I guess, Achilles heel, and I just couldn't recognize it. Like I said in McDonald's that anything that gives me too much problem, I'll just leave. But that was obviously blatantly like. But obviously because the nature of them, they either knew I was lying or they thought, right, that's what we're gonna do. You know, it's one of them. They either knew I was lying or one of them, and they decided to go about it this way. The baseline and factor of the whole thing is, well, if I said that, who did it get to, and who was paying that much attention to me for that to be used as a targeting scheme or weapon, innit, man? Because one, it could be both, innit? It could be, oh, they want me to stop playing, or they want to see if I would actually give up. Obviously, it was inevitable to figure it out. You'd have to be stupid to continue to do something and never figure it out. I mean, so this guy going for Johnny Cage. Let's go. You'd have to be stupid to do something and never figure it out. Actually, Has to get away from that shit, man. I cannot do shit. Need to stop him from getting that kick. Problem there. Got in that corner and screwed in there. Look, I've gone up to 140 things. All of a sudden, I'm up to 140 for 40 things for no reason. Because it stops me from moving and that, you can just do that all day. I say, look out with shit, is it? Even a waste, man. Yeah, man, if you probably go through every competition England has ever won in its life, just me, you'll find something going on there, really. Some sort of allegation or accusation. So the amount 140 pings consistently, you know. So you can clearly see it won't drop down. It's 140 pings consistently. Why am I going to keep myself up for that? Yeah, that can't be beaten because he ain't moving. He can't move. No, he won't go down from 140 pings. It's just steady there now. No, he's still not dropping. He's still not dropping. Been 140 pings the whole time because it slows it down. So we're going to Google how does latency affect online gaming. It's obviously going to cause lag, you know. So as soon as Johnny Cage came into the picture, just steady at 140 pings in. No, can't get out of the situation for because my controller is too slow. 140 pings. Can't move, can't move, can't move. I'm pressing down the whole time, can't move. So this kid is called PM Diamond. Obviously you can see just the structure of his face. Some British cunt, innit? I mean, so they're growing up these little white boys to be just like them. So that's how they've always been. Innit? What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go through every war Britain has fought, and every time they have accused Britain of sabotaging people's stuff. Yeah, there's no sport without fight, they say. And then they're growing their kids up to be these type of men. So you talk about black people being disadvantaged in this country. It's not random. It's not just because they're black because that would be impossible, isn't it? It's because some countries out there doing it. I'll just steady at 144 things. I can't get a kick in. Can't get a kick in. Over his head. Steady at 140 things. It's not dropped once. So I'm gonna leave this game, innit? Because don't wanna this guy is from England, so why am I at them level of things? sweep his legs. And you really can't block John Cage out of that thing. That's what I've realized. It's because look at the pings now. The pings went from, it's been at 140 the whole time. It immediately went up to there, and that stops it. That stops it from doing it. Anytime I come into fights like these, I'm just gonna quit out. And you shit, lad. Quit this. If I beat him in this state, he definitely stood no chance. If I beat him like that, shit, he couldn't win. So let's see how latency affects the game. Uh, Latency, and this is what I'll show you the proof why it's been done. Our latency affects online game. So okay, so ping, yeah. So lag, ping, and latency in online. If you're experiencing a consistently high ping after multiple tests, the most common cover is a bad internet connection. This could be a result of decreased bandwidth, slow internet speed, or even the quality of your internet service provider. So obviously, I've got talked to modern times. Yeah, you ain't gonna get bad internet. Bad internet doesn't really exist anymore. We're not on fucking AOL or dial up or whatever that shit is. Yeah. So you don't really get bad internet, yeah? You get like my was it? It takes me say to upload a 3 hour video, it would take me about maybe about 4 hours. So you can see it's not really a bad thing. So they're the ones that's fucking with the internet, slowing it down. Because these little kids, they're sending them, they've tricked them into believing that they're superior people and men, and they're growing up with this superiority complex. And guess what? When they come in and match up against me, they realize that they're not superior. So it would shatter the fantasy that they're creating in their heads, innit? So them kids that they send probably don't even know that this is going on. Them kids probably have no fucking idea that that is going on. But guess what? They're allowed to beat me. So guess what? It boosts their confidence. They feel like they're better than me. But really, it's the mums and dads with their little blue eye selves are sat behind there doing it. And I use the term blue eye for a specific reason. Anybody that feels to ask me why they're consistently saying that, I give them a history lesson on certain things about the world, and yeah, I give them a very deep history lesson on that factor. Why? What's that saying? I'll find it. I'll find there's a saying in it. I think it was Sherlock Holmes after you remove all the impossible and implausible. It's only whatever is left is the truth in it. So I'll find it in a minute. Yeah, and that's how I figure out certain things. I figure out the things that's impossible, and I figure out the things that's plausible. You get me? Innit? I played my game so much to know when the internet is being used as a weapon. Innit? Yeah. In Britain developed cyber warfare. Yeah, it's them lot who developed the whole thing. And the baseline of cyber warfare is, bitch, if you turn your internet off, you ain't doing shit on that internet. Plain and simple, right? There's no more, nothing else needs to be said. If you ain't got an internet connection, you simply can't use the internet. Simple as that. So it says this could be a result of decreased bandwidth, a slow internet speed, or even the quality of your internet. If online gaming is important to you, it's always good to make sure. So it says decreased bandwidth. Yeah. So probably if you go on your internet shit, yeah, you'd realize you can turn down your bandwidth if you want to. Yeah, because you can put caps on bandwidth in it. Yeah, so even phones can do it. Say, oh, you only want to use, say, 10 gigs for the month. You can turn down the amount of bandwidth you've got. And after you've reached that 10 gig limit, your internet goes from 4 5G down to a 2G connection. Well, obviously, there's various forms of technical ways of doing that. Innit? So some phones, if you put a limit on there, after you hit your 10 Gs, 10 gigabytes of internet, it then moves down to 2G. And obviously 2G is what the internet started on, innit? You know what I mean? Dead shit, innit? Dial up and all that crap, innit? You know what I mean? So obviously I'm no fool, blood. You do I couldn't just jump to that conclusion without the evidence, you get me? So yeah, I had to wait years, innit? Because I weren't going to go and pay for some random person to get involved in my systems and because you could literally go by like pay for all your internet stuff to be looked at and well, I thought I just learned it myself innit? Because better that way. If you don't learn it yourself, guess what? As soon as that person fixes it and fucks off, give it a couple of days, you'll be right back to where it was. And you'll always be paying some random person. And you never know, the person that you might get on the phone line to is going to be a part of the whole scam. So they're making money off you and you're constantly doing it over and over, then guess what? Are you going to move to a more expensive internet? Because you're not going to get pissed off with the situation. I think, fuck it. I just want to enjoy my game. Oh, alright. Well, instead of paying some cunt every 2 days to come and look at your internet, you go out there and get 80 quid worth of internet a month. And then there's going to be some other issue, you get me in. So they can keep you in that revolving cycle of issues all the time, and that's obviously what they do as a job. Innit? And it's clear it could be more evidence what they do as a job is to keep people in issues. Innit? So this down here it says what is ping? When your network conducts a ping test, it measures the amount of time it takes to send a signal from the origin to your system or computer to the destination. Right. So guess what? Yeah. My controller and the Xbox are paired together, so it's a Bluetooth connection. So as long as you're in range, it will work fine. Yeah, it will be very fast. The internet. So I press B on my controller. Yeah, when I press B on my controller, my game registered B. But when the game sends it from the console to the Wi-Fi to the opponent, yeah, because obviously in between your console and your Wi-Fi is the internet, and then between his internet and your internet, they've got to communicate together. It's designed to work in millisecond, yeah. Well, if my latency is high or my ping is high, it basically everything I press on the game works, but when it gets to my internet now to connect to his internet because we're in a server together my commands aren't passing through the server as fast as his is. So he's constantly going to have the advantage. In FIFA, it's the same thing. They've just turned down my internet, and on FIFA, they've moved my MS sign from below the controller to behind where they're hiding it behind the controller. They've literally moved it. And obviously they know they can't win. It's too obvious because anybody would ask, where is this? I mean, why don't you use your ping on the FIFA just like you use it on Mortal Kombat? It's there, but it's behind the controller. EA obviously didn't design it like that because it's a visual glitch. It makes some sense. You can't monitor your ping, otherwise, on the little bar that comes up in there, but the bar won't come up until you reach a certain point. Yeah. So if somebody is on fiber optics, you're just on the regular wired internet, they are already faster than you. Yeah. So say if you get to 25 pings, he's on fiber optics. He's moving. His internet is faster than you naturally. So it won't show. Yeah. They won't need to go as high with the pings to cause problems when somebody's actually on fiber. Yeah. But if you're on somebody on the same basic type of internet they need to raise the pings higher to where it becomes yellow or red. If your shit is in yellow, it's telling you basically you're moving slower than you should. if it's in red, you're fucking screwed, innit? You know what I mean? So it says since a ping test of speed, the lower the number, the better. The lower the number, the faster the ping message travels from gaming system to the server and back. So you get what I'm saying? Yeah, meaning that your keyboard inputs. The guy, the game, that game. Why is it just reduce that? There are a number of things you can do to reduce. The more important thing is ensure that the broadband of your gaming, many gaming ones also found that using a wired connection to the internet capability will reduce that. Wireless, I haven't got a wired connection. My room is maybe about 50 meters wide, 15 by 15, at max. Yeah, it must be smaller. It's at 15 by 15 meter max. It must be smaller. I never measured it. Yeah. So I've got my Wi-Fi right this up. My Wi-Fi is at the right of the screen. My Xbox is at the left. I don't live in a mansion where I've got a goddamn dining room and hallway. It's just a basic British living room. Yeah. So it really shouldn't be costing me any issue. Alongside that, I bought a Wi-Fi extender where obviously the Wi-Fi extender boosts the signal. I guess so. I got the wire into the Wi-Fi extender because you have to do it that way, and the wire from the other Wi-Fi extender that's into the Xbox. So it's technically a wired connection regardless. Yeah, there's no breakdown because I'm inside the room, the same room with the actual Wi-Fi device and the Wi-Fi extender. So it really shouldn't be causing me lag. If you are playing on a computer, you're also good at it to close other windows, applications that might be using the internet. If you're running a video game service like Netflix, a video service like Netflix or music, blah blah. What is input lag and how is it different? You should also know that sometimes can be caused by your TV setting and might have nothing to do with your internet connection. This is called input lag. If your game is lagging even after reading the article and doing a ping test, more on that later. Check your TV's picture mode. Modern TVs are complete and they have a lot of settings to play around with, such as contrast, color brightness, etc. No, no, no. Input lag, I don't have input lag. Most consumers choose a setting that looks prettiest and then leave it at that. If you have an ultra AirPod, however, you should keep in mind that the time it takes your TV to process and generate image increases. This is normally noticeable when you're watching a film or TV show, but when it comes to gaming, this is extra time in order to create input lag. To fix input lag, simply your TV menu and picture setting. There should be an option called game mode or PC mode, which will turn off this extra processing time. If successful, you should see an immediate difference in response in your game. So I don't really get why that would affect the game. Yeah, it would affect what you see on the TV, yeah, but not affect your controller input. So that don't really make sense to me. But obviously, they know best. They made the TV, innit? So I've tried every TV I've had. Shit TV. I've got a Sharp 32. I just bought a new Fire one, and it's still having issues. Yeah. So what I probably have to do is close all my windows down, turn off my Wi-Fi on my phone, and turn off everything in the house that uses Wi-Fi, and only you play the game at the same time. What shit is that? You know what I mean, so these are high pingers. Since a ping test is the lower the lower the number, faster the ping message travels from gaming system to the server and back, meaning that your keyboard inputs and button mashing will show on your screen more quickly. What is a good ping speed? So most gamers agree that your online gaming speed, a good ping speed between 20 and 40, though anything under 100 is considered as simple. Some professional gamers will like they tend to. Now on FIFA, my general ping, this is why I know it's not the internet. My general ping is 16 ms all the time. Yeah, it's stable at 16 ms. So it's more than good enough internet. So they're saying if gaming community who obviously spends every day and night on fucking the internet is saying anywhere between 10 and 20 is okay. So you can see why I'm at 100 and you can see what 144 would do to the game. It would make it miserable to play. So why is my ping high? If you're experiencing consistent high ping after multiple tests, common coverage that bad internet connection. This could be a result of decreased bandwidth, blah blah blah. Sometimes I really used to think. In addition, checking that your broadband provider is the best option for you and the easiest fix, internet cable and wired connection will improve gameplay and will also remove competition when it comes to others in your household using the same Wi-Fi. Nobody else lives in my household. Nobody else should be on my internet. I live in a house by myself. No kids, no partner, no friends, no family, no fucker comes there. It's just me. Yeah. So that it makes it even worse. I shouldn't have any lag or high ping because I am the only one that's supposed to be on the internet. Yeah, unless some cunt is out there connecting to it, which obviously is the case. The type of connection you can have also be significant if you're actually a lag-wise gaming. Usually, cable and wire internet providers are the best choices when it comes to gaming speeds and da 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 da. Cable and fiber. So obviously, I think I've got cable. If you're running antivirus software or if you're on a Windows speed, you can remove the firewall issue by making your game exception with it. I don't use laptops for gaming. Internet latency in gaming. Then in addition to ping a lot, the latency tends to come up often how to figure out ways to improve your internet speed for gaming. Latency refers to the quality of the internet connection within your network. When you conduct a pace test, what you're measuring is the latency. If you think of the electricity in your circuit, there's a connection between a battery and a light bulb. The ping is electrical current that is being sent to the battery and by a latency connected of the wire. Or in other words, how fast the current is, you can measure the conductivity just like you can measure latency. So it's basically saying when you press the button, yeah, before it's supposed to go from your controller to your obvious Xbox, from your Xbox to through your Wi-Fi device to the internet to the server, and it's designed to do it in milliseconds. I'm telling you, most computers that's built over the last 10 years, they are operating probably at nanoseconds at this point. So there shouldn't be an issue. I'm the only person in the house on the internet. I've got one phone, an Xbox One, and my Xbox Series X, and maybe my laptop, arguably. But my laptop's not using anything that I know about. So what I'm going to do is go through my laptop settings and turn on shit that I never use for the internet to ensure that there's no updates going in the background. I must do all of this just for the main fun of it, just for the fun of it, just for the theatrics of it, because I know it's nothing to do with that. Because I'm obviously not using watching movies on the laptop. The Xbox, YouTube app don't take that much internet, so it really shouldn't be an issue in it. But yeah. So, yeah, good latency for a game in 24 hours. How much is acceptable? If you measure latency and it appears to be over 100, this may be an issue with your network connection. Right, okay. So it says decrease bandwidth. Right, watch it. So I'm going to go on it and say, yeah, yeah, where we are now. Right, so decrease bandwidth. So we're going back on log. Right, can you turn down internet speed? Speed. Can you turn down internet speed? Okay. To slow down your internet speed, you can download a variety of media that is the same at the same time, which will consume your bandwidth and reduce your internet rate. Move your computer out of range of Wi-Fi updates you can't. It's impossible. Install a 56K modem, which is an outdated device that offers very low internet speed. So I don't know what a 56K modem. Talk sent me this. So God knows what Talk has put in there, or God knows the the threat assessment team. They probably come and swapped out my fucking Wi-Fi box or I'm compromised all my devices. It's possible that's what they've done because I don't know what none of that is. Max out your connection by using multiple devices or applications that require internet access. Changing providers are at least reliable or slow one. Yeah. So I say speed manually. Yeah, so you have what you call a metered connection. Like I said, some phones allow you to set the amount of bandwidth, the amount of internet you use, because some people have pay as you go. And say if you put 20 quid on, you don't want it to just burn out on fucking random background apps. So it sets a limit. And more likely these devices do the same, you know. And I purposely slow down the internet. So it says log into your home router as admin, look for QoS feature many routers, allow you to set bandwidth speed. So, like I say, the threat assessment team that comes into the house, once they enter these doors, they have access to your Wi-Fi. All they have to do is go and look at the back of your fucking Wi-Fi box. They get your password, get your admin for your shit, and do all of that. And they can sit from some remote location, go into because guess what? It's just a login page. You can just simply sit from some remote location, go inside your login page, your admin page, and just sit there and just turning up and down your Wi-Fi as soon as they choose. You get me? Obviously, I've had this Wi-Fi since 2021. I didn't even know about this. You know what I mean? I just found out about so you can do that with the bandwidth. You have an actual administration page where you can go inside of your Wi-Fi. I did not think that. You get me? Like the guy who came and installed it, he never said nothing about it. He just said nothing. He came and said, "Oh, your internet's fine," and fucked off. He never said anything that, oh, if somebody gets hold of your admin page, it's no different to getting hold of your Wi-Fi password. He never said that, so I can think some that cunt who came and installed it is just some British prick. You get me? I don't care who doesn't like that statement, but I'm sure if you went to some old lady's house that looks like your mum, or somebody that looks like your son or daughter, I'm sure you'd have said, "Oh, that admin thing is very dangerous. If somebody gets hold of it, it's even worse than getting hold of your fucking Wi-Fi passcode." He said nothing. He goes, "Oh, your internet's fine, fucked up." So even the people, even the guys who set up your Wi-Fi, yeah, their man needs to be like checked. They get me in it because they can scam you. They can send your details off to scammers just the same. Because guess what? They've got access to it. They're the one that's coming to install the router and everything. They could have been taking picture of all your shit. And they could sit there and them and people work together to scam you in. It's not like the internet company couldn't do it. They fucking have the same access. Like, the internet is not safe, and that's as simple as that. It's not a safe place. You just have to get on with it. Because I didn't want nothing like Alexa and shit like that in my house, innit? But then it didn't really make sense because guess what? Your fucking phone's got a mic anyway. Your laptop's got a mic anyway. So realistically, you might as well. All these things got mics anyway, so it's not like you can escape from people listening to you. But like I say, the a man will go get a job for the internet company, knowing that he's got malicious or nefarious intent, where he wants to get into, and he doesn't matter because he couldn't set up whose house you're gonna go into, really. But you can see where man will go and get them jobs and pass them shit on to others, innit? Because what's gonna stop him from just snapping a picture, you get me, innit? And taking all that information down? What's really going to stop him? You know what I mean? Nothing's gonna stop him because he's the one who installs the fucking thing anyway. So he's already got your password. Because the truth is, I probably should have paid more attention, but who does that? Everyone, I'm guaranteed, maybe about 75% of the people who get internet. They just plug onto their Wi-Fi password and that's it. It's just online. You're not thinking about, oh, you need to change this, you need to change that. I'm obviously going to do it now, knowing that obviously what is going on. I'm obviously going to do it now. I'm gonna change my Wi-Fi passcode and change the admin passcode and set it back to default. Make sure all the settings are fucking default. You know what I mean? I ain't changing nothing. I'm just putting it at default, exactly how the company sends it. I'm gonna do it that way, but just change my admin password and change my Wi-Fi password, and that's it. I shouldn't really have anybody breaking into my shit. One of the reasons why you go on my social media and see me sending various forms of threat and nothing has been done about it is because of this. Because technically, I can go into that courtroom and say, oh, well, some sort of team was entering my house all the time. Well, how they're going to deny that I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure how they would deny such a situation like that because people within the community would fucking know that that was true. That some sort of team was going into whoever's house. So even to deny it to me in that courtroom, the community would know that this actually was the case and for why they lying in the courtroom, why they're trying to hide the fact that they were doing that because if they were legitimately doing it, then nobody can argue, innit? But then if they were legitimately entering the property, they were doing something wrong behind the doors of that property, why they would need to hide it because the moment they mentioned that they were inside the building, all of these weird things with the internet. You could say, well, obviously they had the Wi-Fi password, they had all of this because they can't monitor your communications without that because it's not like they can split the Xbox open and jailbreak it. The easiest way to do it would just be through the Wi-Fi. So that's the reason why I'm free is because it will cause an issue for them in the community. Whether the community cares about me in particularly, the community would then know that wait, what? Why are they hiding? Because it's not like they're normally hiding. They'd put you on TV saying, "Oh, they snap pictures and surveillance videos of such man." So why would they be hiding it all of a sudden? You know what I mean? It's simple as that. You know? Why would they just be hiding it all of a sudden? When obviously the community would mistrust them at that point. And which is worse, having me behind bars or having the community not participate and help them anymore. I think obviously the lesser evil is not having me behind bars. I think obviously they worked it out. I think which one is best for the overall system. Innit? Me not being behind bars, I think it works out better than them having to lie to put me behind bars. Behind bars. Mhm. Because everybody in Manchester anybody I am in Manchester would obviously know something, something, have some idea of something going on in it. You know what I mean? Like they would have some fucking idea of it. Innit? So when they realize that the police or whoever is now saying that they weren't doing that and blah blah blah, everyone will be looking suspicious at the police, you know. Thinking like, well, you were, we all knew you fucking was going in there. So why are you lying in the courtroom? And then people would mistrust them and they'll lose half of their potential pipeline for informants. So people might think you're a bad person or think you're a dangerous or a threat to society and want you behind bars. That might be the case. But when they realize that the police is willing to lie to do that, people always fuck off in it. Look, 164. So anytime, especially ranked matches, anytime I go into ranked matches, you can see the level of people. So according to their Google, it says 100 unless it's acceptable. 10 and 20 is the best. 20 to 40 is average or reasonable. Well, I'm somehow fucking 164. So I'm gonna go into this game just to show you what it's like into the game. I'll show you what it's like into the game to show you that. Look at this kid here. Yeah. So rap. So you can see he's got some raps in there. Uh, so me, I start no interest in this game. So can't even get the forward back to work when I want to. Yeah, it takes me 19 fucking seconds to get what I want done. But so 200, it's gone to 200 now. Oh, this kid is obviously not very good. No. Alright, I'll take that back. Ah, I got caught in it now. So you can see how long it takes Raiden to teleport back into this fucking screen. But what have I got about this? Like, so you can see how slow the thing makes me, innit? Obviously, that kid's just not very good. So you can see, I'm trying, I'm trying to fucking shock him. I can't get to shock him. Should get in there. Is he gonna block it? That's a good move, whatever he's doing now. Whatever he was doing there was pretty good. But you can see it makes everything slow. When I'm trying to grab him with Raiden, obviously because he's moving faster, I end up missing with Raiden all the time. Because my animation is slow. So you can see it has a massive effect on the game. Like I said, when I go out and come back and fucking change the whole thing and lock them up, and if they get back into it, or they must be reading my mind to get my passcode, or they obviously have some camera in the house that's watching it. So either way, man, don't know. Either way, man, I don't. Oh, all of a sudden it's fucking 176 now. So because obviously he's still getting beat, So they're raising it more and more and more. He likes that, doesn't he? So, I mean, yeah. So you can see I end up missing most of my hits because you can see how slow the screen's moving. And the game is based off reflex, yeah. So if you can't apply reflex to the game, you're at a massive disadvantage. Yeah? A massive disadvantage, a massive disadvantage, massive disadvantage. If your reflexes is being done by the internet, massive disadvantage. Okay, you can't just automatically play. And if you're auto playing, what they call it muscle memory, then you can obviously you're playing better because you're not thinking about it. But you can see they raise it because I beat him the first time, they didn't intend on that. So or he got beat, then they raise it again, you can see it like it's steadily moving up, moving up. So it's at 180. So all of a sudden he's winning now. So even that raiding thing, it's now I can't do it as fast as I'd like to. Yeah, so now I get me. So now you can just do this, and that's what they want, isn't it? They want to see me getting beat, not the little white boys, isn't it? Yeah, look, he's able to consistently move faster than me consistently. Yeah, same thing like what they do with Junkie. That's why they consistently want to back me in the corner because the more they back you in the corner, is the easier it is for them to just go in it. That's why they consistently want to back me in the corner. Look. I can't get none of them skill moves to work. Like, okay, no. And obviously, I don't fight grading like this, but because they've raised the ping so high, I gotta fucking fight it like this. Like I'm a child. So he's getting to do all combos and special effects. But I gotta be fighting like a fucking novice. I'm still smart, I mean, in any event. Can't get a skill move off. Yeah, yeah. Can't get a skill move off. Can't get a skill move off. Yeah. I say It makes it 19 million times more difficult. You got to be thinking about everything. You can't just fucking play. So anyway, so you can see why they've done it in it. So I just can't get to play because I've got to just be jump kicking, jump kicking, jump kicking, jump kicking. Like a fool, innit? Like, get me? Obviously, I can play, but I want to do the special moves, just like how you're doing combos and hitting you and then letting the girl fly out. I've got to press it 19 times before what's her name before any of my cameos get involved. I press back forward A, nothing happens. Back forward A, nothing happens. So obviously, every time I'm pressing a button 4 or 5 times, he's able to just attack, 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 attack. So obviously, I'm trying to counter. He's coming close. I'm trying to shock him. Guess what? I press down back A. No shock happens. He's hitting me. All right, again, cool. I try to teleport, then try to grab him in the electric orb thing, and yeah. Guess what? He's able to dodge it because my animation is moving 2 miles an hour or whatever, while his is fucking a fucking nanosecond. So everything I do, he's constantly hitting me. I try to block. Guess what? It's going to take 4 or 5 seconds for the fucking server to realize, oh, you pressed block 4 seconds ago. In that 4 seconds, this kid's just doing bare shit, look. Obviously, this boosting these little white boys' fucking egos, in it. And like I said, they train their kids into it, innit? You know what I mean? Like, they literally train their kids to be like that. Like, there are bare people out there who just want to say, oh, they're friends with them. And, right, I don't give a fuck if you're friends with them. I mean, I don't know who they are. I can just say what their race is. And I'll say, if the whole white world wants to be upset, then fucking be upset. And plain and simple. I don't know who they are. I just know that they're white. This is England, isn't it? No black person could do this and get away with it. No Asian could do this and get away with it. There's certainly not. You could not do this to a little white British boy as a minority and get away with that. You'd be facing detrimental time in prison, my friend. Trust me on that. And everybody know that is true. So what was I looking at now before I forgot? Yeah, what was I looking at? Latency. I can't remember what I was looking at now. Oh, yeah, sabotage. Yeah, yeah. The what's it called? Salt in the ground. Yeah, what's it called? Salt in the ground. Salting the ground so nothing grows. Yeah, salt in the ground so nothing grows. Right. To start so nothing grows, you need to use rock salt for more effect and sprinkle salt on the roots of weeds, apply salt between bricks, apply salt in pavement, spray salt over crabgrass. So this was done in war, innit? Like I think it was called Carthage, where or some place like that where they sorted the ground, so that army whoever they were facing could not grow food, the community couldn't go through, so they basically were trying to starve them. If you're hungry, you can fight because you're angry, but eventually hunger is going to weaken you, innit? Yeah, in war. Yeah. Salt in the earth in the act to curse the land and render fields incapable of crop growth, often used in ancient times as a symbolic act on top of various other scorched earth tactics to indicate the desire of the victor to completely eradicate the enemy's ability to reconstruct themselves after the war. To salt the earth so nothing grows, you need to salt the roots, blah 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 blah. Enough salt will kill all plants and play the soil unsuitable for the growth of future plants and at least until it rains enough that the soil is thoroughly washed clear of it. The soil will sterilize the area and prevent any overgrowth. So you can see it's war tactics, isn't it? And this obviously is a relative situation. Salt in the ground to ensure that basically after you fuck them up, guess what? They can't build back because during ancient times, food was the main resource. Food was the thing, innit? Agriculture was the thing. So now what you call it, computers and shit like that is the thing. Them times farming was the thing. There was no computers and nothing. All everyone did them times was farming. So you fucking up somebody's farm, guess what? You're scamming them by the very least. Because not only you're weakening them, not only they can't fucking buy and pay for products because they aren't producing any products, they're going to have to come to you. Oh, your village ain't got no food, y'all can't grow no food. Don't worry. Yeah, they're struggling, they're suffering because they can't grow their own food. They can't finance themselves because they're not selling produce. Guess what? They're gonna have to come to you. Now you're gonna charge them double because why? They can't grow their own food, they need food, so you can charge them any fucking thing you want. Then okay, cool. After charging them what you want, guess what? You're not controlling people because you can now either outright say you're not selling them food, or you can keep on taxing them and keep on taxing them and keep on taxing them. So instead of one cabbage was £1, you can now sell them that cabbage for £1,000. You get the picture, innit? So that basically what you're looking at there is the word sabotage. Yeah, it's just a nice way of saying sabotage. Yeah? So you can see how far back sabotaging has been in some man roots. You get me? Yeah? I mean, they spend more money and time researching how to sabotage somebody and actually being better. And obviously, they grow the kids to do it. Their dads taught them it, they taught teach their kids. And they go around figuring the best way to sabotage you undetected, innit? Deliberately destroy, damage, or obstruct something, especially for political or military advantage. So you saw Salt in the Earth was a military way of doing things to completely annihilate. So if you got an army of 10,000 men and they're all hungry, it's a useless army. I mean, power lines from South Africa were sabotaged by rebel forces. So yeah, the action of sabotage is something, a coordinated campaign of sabotage, otherwise called vandalism. Yeah. So you get it in it. So sabotage is a deliberate action aimed at weakening it's meant I think it's meant to weaken I think it's meant to be political government effort or organization through subversion, obstruction, demoralization, destabilization, division, disrupt, or destruction. One who engages in sabotage is a saboteur. Saboteur typically try to conceal their identity. So you can see this word subversion, and you can see this word obstruction, and all of that. It will boil down to anger and frustration, inevitably feeling like a failure. So a military word for failure is demoralization. Yeah. A civilian word, you would just say, "Oh, you're a failure," or a modern word, "You're a loser." You know what I mean? And guess what they don't want? They don't want to be identified. Because nobody likes people like that, blood. Like people hate poisoners and people hate people like that. These are two most hated type of people in the world. And trust me, they are very aware that people dislike them for it. That's why they have to go. A poisoner will conceal his identity. One, the person who's poisoning you, he knows that he can't fight you because if he could fight you, he wouldn't fucking poison you. Two, he wouldn't. If he fought you, he can go to prison because if he wins, he dies, he goes to prison. If he poisons you, he can give you something that would poison you over a period of time. So, i.e., your wife wants to poison you instead of giving you a whole fucking antifreeze in a cup. She gives you little by little, little by little. So you look sicker and sicker over time. And doctors won't really know why you're sick, but it's inevitably that they expect you to die at some point. So they give you, well, guess what? Half a milligram every 3 days. You're just going to the doctor over and over, getting sicker and sicker and sicker and sicker. Guess what? The melt. I saw this thing that if you inhale silver, it can poison you. Yeah, and doctors didn't know that at that time with this guy, this Mexican guy happened to. So you can see how you can poison someone over slow, and slowly what happened? His lungs started to go blue. He was coughing up blood. He guy that went fucking down, down, down. Eventually he died. And that's why nobody likes poisoning. But go through the history of every person who have ever been caught for poisoning. The system absolutely annihilates them because they're the worst type of people. One, they're either cowards or, well, blatantly, whichever way they're cowards. Two, it's very hard to pinpoint that person. So, nine police officers come in this house, yeah? Okay, cool. The nine of them are not all bad, but one of them out of the nine is a fucking poisoner, yeah? He's, you know what I mean, touching shit. Yeah, he's got gloves on, he's put some sort of poison on his gloves. He's touching shit, knowing that, oh, he's probably going to drink from that cup, eat from that cup. Guess what? Now you have died. Now the team of them are called in. In this country, I don't know about other other country, but say if nine people kick you to death, if they can't find who out of the nine people dealt the fatal blow, technically they can get off of a murder charge and only be charged for a GBH because they can't find the person who dealt the fatal blow. So obviously stabbing is a different thing. They'll all get charged for murder and manslaughter. But if they kick you to the if they can't find the person who landed the fatal blow, it is possible that they all get off on GBH and only get a GBH charge. So you see why people dislike poisons because not everybody in that team might be fucked up, but one couldn't because you have poisons as long as it come in contact with anything. Yeah, I mean, like, what's that thing called they've got in America now? It's like they're putting it in certain things, isn't it? And basically, it's like anthrax, yeah. So somebody can basically put fucking gloves on and have the anthrax on his fingertips. Yeah, nobody's gonna pay attention to them officers that deep. They're each other because guess what? You work with him for time. You're not gonna pay attention to him that deep. But somebody would have to take notice that wait, every time this team's involved. This somebody dies, you get me? Like, what's going on? Somebody would have to take notice of it. Argument can make, they can choose to ignore it because who wants to go down that rabbit hole? You get me? You know? We can see a lot of people die from heart problems and heart failure. And guess what? It's poison. Oh, they were found unresponsive. Oh, they suspected suicide. Oh, the worst one of all, no foul play. When the government says somebody dies of no foul play, what they're basically saying, look, we know something dodgy happened there, but we can't afford to go down that rabbit hole and search for that individual because guess what? A lot of us are going to get in shit because guess what? That should have never happened. So we got to rule it as no foul play or fucking suicide. And that one poisonous cunt is just there. Poisoners are everywhere. So you can more likely see that they would be involved in people like that are in the police and stuff like that. It's only logical wives poison husbands, political poisoning, all these things. So it's more likely that a police officer would be into poisoning himself. He's not going to publicly say it, is it? He's going to do some shit and put it on his finger. Come in your house, or they're searching through your house. Guess what? He's going to be the one that's constantly in the kitchen. You get me? He always wants to be in the kitchen. Yeah, I mean, everyone's searching everywhere. The team's always doing something. Well, this cunt just suspiciously always wants to be the one to search the kitchen. You get me? Bam, bam, bam. He's touching shit. Now you know that, yo, you got what? You got 10 forks in your house? Touch all 10 of them forks. So let's see if we find blood on these 10 forks. Not that there's no blood on there, but guess what? You're touching that. Now you're going to ingest that. Yeah? They can't just let you die right away. So the team comes into your house now. You can't just come back home and just drop dead. It's obviously going to be linked to them. So they got to slowly do it over time until eventually your heart gives way. But check how many people die in Britain alone every year from heart problems. You have healthy people, like nothing's wrong with them, and one day they just drop down out of fucking nowhere, bro. And you don't know why. The police is saying, well, we can't find any foul play. It's because you have all various types of poisoning, and some police officers themselves don't even know that these things exist. So you had anthrax. All you had to do was tear the fucking envelope open and breathe it in, that's it, game over, you get me? Sure, definitely. There's this thing now that they're putting in certain things, man. And if you it just touching it alone is fucking enough to kill you, you get me, innit? And you don't have to do anything more. You don't have to eat it, drink it, smell it. Just simply coming in contact with your body is enough to take you out. And it's always ruled as some form of cardiac arrest, innit? Because they're poisonous again. All right, you man, but I ain't scared to die, so